India has lived through many different ways of life. In older times, most people lived in smaller communities where daily life was closely connected to others around them. Work, learning, and social life were often tied to family traditions and local needs. Skills were passed from one generation to the next through observation and practice. A carpenter learned by working with another carpenter. A farmer learned by working in the fields with family. Stories, discipline, and values were shared through everyday living. Today, life looks very different. Cities are larger. Technology moves quickly. Education is more formal. Jobs are more specialized. People can learn from anywhere and work with anyone across the world. This change has brought opportunity, but it has also created a gap between old habits of thinking and modern realities. And that gap often creates confusion in society. In traditional communities, responsibility was often shared. If a road needed repair, people worked together. If someone struggled, neighbors helped. If a child misbehaved, elders guided them. There was a strong sense that individual actions affected everyone. Work was not always measured by income alone, but by usefulness. A teacher, a farmer, a craftsperson, and a trader all had clear value in society. Even when life was difficult, people often felt connected. That sense of connection created stability. But the same system also had limitations. Change was slow. Opportunities were limited. People sometimes followed tradition without questioning whether it still worked. Respect for experience sometimes became resistance to new ideas. Modern India runs on speed and choice. Education systems focus on exams and degrees. Careers often depend on market demand. Success is frequently measured through income and lifestyle. People move away from hometowns for work. Families become smaller. Communities become less connected. With more freedom comes more responsibility. But not everyone is prepared for that shift. Some people still expect the security of old community systems while living in modern cities that function differently. Others adopt modern lifestyles but lose the sense of responsibility that older systems encouraged. This creates tension between two ways of thinking. One side values tradition without adaptation. The other side values progress without responsibility. Both extremes create problems. This gap becomes visible in everyday life. Some parents encourage stable careers without understanding how quickly industries change. Some young people expect fast success without patience for long-term growth. Some communities still judge professions based on status instead of contribution. At the same time, modern thinking sometimes forgets the importance of discipline, patience, and community support. Financial habits are another example. Earlier generations often saved carefully because resources were limited. Today, easy spending and credit create new risks. Without financial awareness, income alone cannot prevent financial stress. Another gap appears in how people learn. Ancient learning emphasized observation and practice. Modern learning often emphasizes memorization and exams. When these two are disconnected, education becomes incomplete. People graduate with knowledge but lack confidence in applying it. These gaps are not caused by one generation alone. They are the result of society changing faster than mindset. The future does not require choosing between ancient thinking and modern thinking. It requires combining the strengths of both. The discipline and patience of earlier generations can work alongside modern innovation and opportunity. Respect for all professions can exist alongside economic growth. Community support can exist alongside individual ambition. Financial awareness can grow alongside higher income. Education can combine practical learning with academic knowledge. Small changes in thinking can slowly bridge the gap. Parents encouraging curiosity instead of only security. Young people respecting experience while exploring new ideas. Communities valuing contribution as much as income. When these changes happen together, progress becomes more balanced. India does not need to return to the past. It needs to carry forward the best parts of it while adapting to the present. That is how societies grow without losing identity. That is how individuals grow without losing direction. And that is how change becomes sustainable. Better India every day.